And we're live, Facebook and YouTube. Hope you're having a good one so far. I'm joined by our newest meteorologist, Matt Willoughby here. We've got a wintry weather update. And you may not be thinking winter weather when you step outside today. In fact, Matt, today might have felt more like home than what you've experienced in Toledo so far, right?
Oh, yeah, it definitely did. We woke up in the mid-40s this morning. We came up just around the lower 50s. So yeah, it definitely felt good stepping outside and kind of getting a feel of some southern weather.
Yeah, exactly. And with that wind, too, just a sign that spring is here. And you may be wondering, well, why are we talking wintry weather when it feels like spring today? The next 24 hours are going to be filled with, let's just say, lots of changes in the weather. Tomorrow, we're going to start off basically feeling like one season and end right back where we started with some wintry weather. This graphic really summarizes some of the weather impacts we're expecting tomorrow, Matt. So for viewers who are tuning in right now, maybe enjoying some of the spring warmth, what are they going to wake up to tomorrow morning?
So yeah, you're going to wake up to around 50s for temperatures, but that's going to quickly change. We'll wake up to we'll start off with some light showers tonight, but by the morning hours, that's when we'll see some soaking rain and a lot of those heavier showers for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so you're going to wake up to a rainy day, which is very characteristic of late winter and early spring. But by lunchtime into the afternoon, things are going to take a turn. It's going to start off rainy, but by lunch, we're going to start to see a transition as some colder air sweeps in from the northwest. And this transition could get messy, could get icky, could get ugly real quick. We're talking a changeover from rain to ice to snow throughout the course of the day. Yeah. Mother Nature will not be able to make up her mind tomorrow, and we're going to experience a lot of different changes in the weather. So Matt, what are things going to look like by tomorrow evening?
So yeah, tomorrow evening we'll possibly see anywhere from some sleet to even some snow showers in the Toledo metro, but anything pretty much south of that could still see those sleet showers, even freezing rain in some spots. And pretty much throughout our viewing area, you can either see rain, freezing rain, sleet, or even snow at some parts.
Yep, we call it the infamous wintry mix. And yes, I know a lot of folks don't like those two words, wintry mix, but it's what we're going to be dealing with tomorrow. Now, we have your comments up over on this screen. Matt, are there any good comments to check out as we proceed with this Facebook Live? And thank you, everyone, for taking a few minutes out of your Wednesday afternoon to join us here with a weather update. If you don't mind sharing this video, that'll help us reach more folks who may be impacted by the weather tomorrow. You know, even though it's not going to be exclusively a snowstorm, that wintry mix is oftentimes tougher to drive in and can cause more issues than the big snowstorm. So if you don't mind giving this a like and a share, we'd appreciate that. Any comments?
Yeah, so we have Kelly who's asking, can pretty much give us a timeline as far as when that rain comes. So yeah, we have our graph for that as well, or our graphic for that one, right?
Yeah, this is a good one for Kelly and for everyone else who wants to know the hour-by-hour timing. So I asked Matt what it's going to look like tomorrow morning. What are we looking at here, Matt?
Yeah, so we're looking at heavy rain showers for Thursday morning, and temperatures expected to be in the lower 50s for then. But after that, you can see temperatures are going to start dropping drastically as we go into Thursday noon and Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, so when you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be nearly 50 degrees. It's going to be breezy. It's going to be rainy. It'll have you thinking spring. Now, I'm going to press the play button to advance this graphic, and you'll see what I mean by that wintry mix. By lunchtime, I don't like to see that pink color on the hour-by-hour forecast, and I don't think too many do. That shows you a transition zone between rain, ice, and snow. So by lunchtime, that's when temperatures are going to start to take a plunge. Yes. That's when we'll begin to see that transition, that changeover from rain to a slushy, icy mix, and eventually some snow. We've got the clock here at 4 o'clock p.m., and you may be seeing that darker blue color there to the northwest of Toledo. Yes, it will become a heavier snow. And what are some of the latest trends we've noticed in the computer models showing as far as that snowfall goes tomorrow evening?
Yeah. So we'll see possibly snowfall anywhere from, I'd say, possibly around 6 inches in the Toledo metro, that is, up to that. So that snow rate is going to be pretty heavy right along that Toledo metro area. So.
Yeah, so don't let the rain tomorrow morning fool you. It's going to get ugly in a hurry. And unfortunately, all of this messy mix, it's going to be falling right around the time of the evening commute. It is most certainly going to be hazardous tomorrow evening. You know, it's not really comparable to the snowstorm we got a few weeks ago. Of course, accumulation-wise, this is going to be quite a bit less. But when you have that icy, slushy, messy mix, it could potentially be more hazardous in spots. I know a lot of folks do like the hour-by-hour forecast, but we want to show you our updated snowfall map as well. to the northwest of Toledo. That's where we're pinpointing the greatest snowfall potential out of this system. The further southeast you live, the more likely you're just going to see a rain changing over to a slushy, messy mix. But if you live anywhere in that pink shaded area, that includes Lenawee County, Hillsdale, even into Williams County and Defiance, I'm not even going to rule out some of our far northwestern suburbs like Metamora, Sylvania, Berkey. There is the chance that we have half a foot of accumulation. Keep in mind, though, you're still all going to see rain tomorrow morning. When you wake up and see rain, I don't want you to say, well, where's the snow? Because it's coming, just like last time, except this is going to be even a messier, slushier changeover. Anything to add to this map and our latest snowfall forecast, Matt?
Yeah, like I said, this is going to be pretty much like a timeline pretty much planned out from the start of Thursday all the way till the end of Thursday. So this is going to be a whole entire day event, John.
Yeah. And we just got a question about Seneca County, also a question about Williams County. So our viewers from Williams County, yes, it is going to get messy. It's going to start off as rain by about 11 to 12 p.m. That's when we're going to start to see the changeover. And all afternoon, it's going to be snowing good in Williams County. We got a question about Seneca County as well. Those of you in Tiffin, anywhere in Seneca County, you're shaded in the light blue color. And what that means for you is it's going to be primarily a slushy mix. 1 to up to 3 inches of snow will be possible for Seneca County, but you have dodged a bullet as far as the heaviest snow goes, folks in Tiffin. That being said, even if you get less snow out of this, the ice can be even more dangerous to drive in. Check out a few more of your questions. Bruce from Henry County. Thanks, Bruce, for tuning in. Henry County is kind of in that transition zone where it'll initially be a slushy mix, changing over to all snow. I would say most folks in Henry County plan for at least 3 inches of wet, slushy accumulation, possibly up to 5 or so. Lucas County, northwestern Lucas County is in the pink with heavier snow possible near Sylvania, lighter snow in our south and southeastern suburbs. So areas such as South Toledo, Maumee, Perrysburg, some of those suburbs are going to see a little less snow than our northwest suburbs. Let's see, a few more of questions. Wood County is going to be in that steady 3 to 5 inch ballpark, and with the ice, just going to be a nasty, icky, messy day outside. We appreciate all of your comments. Going to try to get to as many as possible. I'll leave this map up, Matt, just for a couple more minutes, because I think a lot of folks do like picking out their community on that map with how much snowfall they're going to get.
Yeah.
How much are we going to get in Fremont, Clyde, and Bellevue? Great question. You're kind of on that transition zone in the fence, Fremont, Clyde, and Bellevue. 3 inches of snow certainly possible for those locations, and also the chance for a bit of sleet, a tiny bit of freezing rain, and of course the rain that fell earlier in the day. And Matt, we really haven't talked much about the flash freeze that is to follow this, but that rapid change in temperatures, change in precipitation. Can you explain what a flash freeze is and how it'll impact our viewers watching?
So it'll impact, with temperatures dropping, and I can honestly show them in just a sec how quickly temperatures were going to drop on tomorrow. We'll start off in the 50s for tomorrow, and we'll quickly drop pretty much into the evening hours, possibly in the 20s. So any rain that you see on the ground is going to quickly freeze, or even possibly, as we see some precip later in the day, any freezing rain will automatically freeze on contact. Yeah,
it's a pretty nasty situation as far as the roads are concerned. The best way to describe it is you're pretty much making a hockey rink on those roads that have standing water on them. Any puddles will turn into ice due to that rapid drop in temperatures. Why don't we show them the hour-by-hour temperature graph, Matt? Because it's pretty amazing how much our temperatures are going to plummet throughout the course of the day tomorrow.
Yes. Let's see here.
So we're going to start off the day in the 50s. This is Wednesday afternoon and evening, still in the 50s, maybe even close to 60 degrees this evening to the south. Crazy, crazy, feeling like spring.
Exactly.
Let's advance the clock then and show what's for tonight. So for many folks, it's actually going to stay warm all night long. In fact, if you work second or third shift and you're heading into work or heading home from work, it's going to feel like spring in the middle of the night, kind of bizarre feeling.
Yeah, and as we go, like I said, it's going to be actually a warm-up from right now all the way until the Thursday night.
Probably the warmest you felt in Toledo so far since moving here, man.
It felt good, and we kind of fast-forwarded a little bit, but the transition as we go into Thursday, we're going to start off in the 50s, but we're going to drop even more. And this is actually expected temperatures that we're expected to get for Friday morning. So
the change in temperature from Thursday morning to Friday morning, not even kidding, could drop close to 50 degrees in temperatures. That's very extreme, and that's why we're forecasting such a rapid changeover in precip. from rain to icy mix to snow, and eventually that flash freeze potential. I want to drag the clock back a little bit to kind of show you that transition zone. Where's a good point? That's a good place of putting it. So this is Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. Now, that snowfall map we just showed you indicates a pretty sharp cutoff between our northwest and our southeastern counties, and the temperatures really do explain that. So tomorrow afternoon, it could be in the 50s in Wyandotte and Crawford counties, and in the 20s in Lenawee and Hillsdale counties. So if we ask you, well, what's the weather outside right now, it'll really depend on where exactly you're at. And smack dab in between that, of course, is the Toledo metro. Now, we're all going to get that cold air surging in eventually. It's just a matter of when, as that Arctic air sweeps in from the northwest.
Exactly.
What a sharp change in temperatures.
Man, yeah, that's a sharp temperature grading right there, like I said. And that's not even possibly 100 miles in between. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be a sharp temperature grading. So some people may even be feeling 55, like I said, during the day, but you drive about 30, 40 miles, it may be in the 30s. So
yeah, it's unusual, but that happens this time of year. We see the really warm, mild air from the south, and then a strong cold front sweeps in. Now, for those folks who are just tuning in, I want to get back to the snowfall map. This kind of overviews the impacts, not only of the snow, but also the slushy, icy mix with sleet and freezing rain, and then the rain potential to the southeast. So I think within the light of that temperature graphic we just showed, Matt, really helps explain why we're expecting more snow to the northwest and a little less to the southeast, right?
Yeah, so exactly. Like with that, like mostly rain will be possible in places like Upper Sandusky, Mansfield. But like I said, that line, that transition line of sleet, could possibly see that slushy mix of snow anywhere from 3 to 5. And even, like I said, that line between where you see the snow line, that's when we possibly could see around 5 to 7, even heavier snow throughout Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening.
Yep, and we answered a lot of your questions it's really helpful when you mention your community, say Seneca County or Wood County. We can pick out and really get specific with your forecast. But I do want to highlight that no matter where you live on this map, whether you're in the pink, the dark blue, or the light blue, it's going to get icky and nasty outside tomorrow evening. Whether you get 5 inches of snow or 2 inches of snow, frankly, it doesn't matter that much because the timing of this will warrant very, very slow travel for the evening commute, and also the impacts, regardless of whether you get primarily snow, primarily that icy, slushy mix. It's going to be very, very slow going and hazardous. We would highly recommend, driving very, very, very slowly tomorrow evening. Could be one of those days where even on the highway, even on 475, folks are going 30 or 40 miles an hour.
Exactly. And I do want to point out, John, that we still have some snow on the ground from our last system, actually. So that could definitely cause some problems out there. I'm going to show real quick the even rainfall map that we may see.
Good question. We've gotten a lot of questions from viewers about flooding concerns lately, and how much rain we're going to get out of this system too, since it will start off as rain, even though it's going to take a while to transition. Yeah,
and we'll start off, like I said, Wednesday, we won't see too much rain, but as we go into Thursday, that's when we possibly see anywhere from 2 inches in our northern county, possibly 1.5 in our southern counties. Pretty much, and that's the point where we get to is make sure you check your sump pumps, your downspouts, even your street drains, because a lot of those could still be blocked with some ice and snow, John.
Yeah, and keep in mind, due to that warm up we're feeling right now, as well as tonight, a lot of that snowpack that is still on the ground is going to continue to melt. And of course, what melts tonight is eventually going to refreeze in about 24 to 36 hours. So just a recipe for nasty conditions outside. I'm sure we've got a lot of questions also rolling in about school delays. As always, we do not issue those. That being said, Thursday night to Friday morning, awful driving conditions. Would not be the least bit surprised if this weather does warrant some delays. So. Yeah. Well, if you have any other questions, we'd love to answer those in the comments below. We do need to get ready for the newscast. Please join us tonight at 5 on WTOL. We'll have a much more in-depth breakdown of the hour-by-hour timing, the latest snowfall map. You got it. There's a lot going on with this weather system, a very dynamic weather pattern where we have multiple different impacts, multiple different types of weather, all in a very short, condensed period of time, which makes our job exciting, but of course, not so fun for you, especially if you have places to go tomorrow. So don't miss the newscast at 5, 6, as well as Fox 36 at 7 and 10, and then we'll be right back here at 11. See you then with the latest forecast. Take care.